Back now with presidential candidate, Democratic Congressman Tim Ryan of Ohio. Tim, many would argue that this current president has left a gaping hole in our foreign policy, to say the least, has had some major gaffes on the world stage, has lowered our place in the world and international respect around the world. What do you bring to the table, though? If you were to be elected president of the United States, what would be your foreign policy cred?
Well, I would say I sat on the Armed Services Committee. I currently sit on the Defense Appropriations Committee. I've been working on these foreign policy issues for a long time. And I think bringing a view that we have got to be strong in the world. I think letting people know domestically that, look, when we have a cultural rift in the United States, when we're so divided in the United States, literally Russia comes in and throws gasoline on these cultural fires. It could be Colin Kaepernick kneeling. It could be a school shooting. It could be an incident between a cop and a young black kid. Russia comes in and makes sure they immediately put Americans in one camp or the other, keeps us divided. So we've got to go out, we've got to be united here at home. The most patriotic thing we could do is start respecting each other and listening to each other, and then have a united front going out into the world. We've got to project force into the world, but we do have to have economic ties around the world. But here's the key, I think, Mika. We have got to have a robust economy here at home that has a thriving middle class. We have to outcompete China. China is our top competitor. They are projecting force into the South China Sea. They're signing long-term contracts for raw materials into Africa. They have what's called a Belt Road Initiative, where they're literally connecting their country all the way over to Europe, building ports, army bases and military bases in Africa. So we have got to be in those areas. But at the end of the day, we've got to outcompete them. They're kicking our rear end when it comes to electric vehicles. They control 40% of the market. They're kicking our rear end when it comes to solar panels. They dominate 60% of the solar panel market. They're running circles around us when it comes to 5G. They are leapfrogging us. And so if we're going to be strong abroad, it starts with us being strong here at home and having a good economy that's projecting and building a new economy for people.
So, Tim, your congressional district, huge parts of it reflect the middle class in America like few congressional districts do. It's filled with people who take a shower after they come home from work rather than before they go to work.
Right.
And they have concerns that somehow some of the Democrats, as the party continues to lean left, these people, I think, feel ignored by the party that used to be your home. How do you address their needs, their issues, as you've been doing, without being cannibalized by several elements of the Democratic Party who are in the extreme left?
Well, we're going to find out. I mean, the reality of it is their issues are wages, health care, pensions, retirement security. That's what the vast majority of Americans care about. On the coast, too. I mean, I come to New York and I meet a lot of people who are still struggling from paycheck to paycheck. It's not just in the Midwest. It's happening around the country. I think you've got to go there and talk to those folks. It doesn't mean you have to cede ground on any of these progressive issues, on guns, on choice, on immigration. I think when you're talking to a voter, you need to listen and talk to them about what your plan is.
Don't touch them.
To help them. Yeah, unless you get permission, or Donnie gets a pass. He's the hugger here in the group.
I'm going to pay for that.
But talking to them about what's really important to them. And I think Sherrod Brown had this. I mean, the dignity of work. People just want an opportunity. And if we're so divided, we're not going to be able to provide those opportunities for people.
One big change this year, Congressman, is that the lineup for your party for this primary is very diverse. It's not going to be 9 white guys up on debate stage this time. And I wonder what you say to voices in your own party who say this is not the year for a white man to be the face of the party. It should be a woman of color. It should be a person of color.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think we need another white guy as president. But what I do think is we need somebody who's going to represent the working class in the United States of America. People don't identify with the Democratic Party today as being for the working class. My grandfather, who was a first generation Italian American steel worker in Niles, Ohio. He knew he was a Democrat. He loved Roosevelt, he loved Kennedy, he loved his union, he loved his country, and he loved his church. And those workers now don't identify with us, and we have got to identify with that working class. So whoever the candidate is needs to make sure they're focusing on the issues that workers feel, think about, and sit at the kitchen table and try to deal with their issues. Tell them how you can help them.
Congressman, let's say you were dumb enough to hire me as your advertising consultant, communications director, and we're sitting and I said, what's your feeling about how do we handle Trump in our communication? Do we address him? Do we not address him? Is he a part of what we say or don't say? Where's the Trump factor in your campaign?
Well, I think a lot of it's going to be jujitsu. I mean, you got to just figure out how to wrestle with them, because you can't disengage for sure. So it's going to be more along the lines of martial arts than it is like just a straight grudge match, and that's how you got to deal with them. But I think there's opportunities all along the way to say, hey, he's slamming Barbara Bush. I mean, talking about general election.
But if I'm going to divide in two categories, is it an anti-Trump message or a pro-Ryan message?
I don't think it can be both. I think, the thrust of it better be a pro-Tim Ryan message. Here's what Tim Ryan is going to do for you, your family, your neighborhood, your community, your country, and how you need to be a part of this. This guy over here is trying to divide us, white, black, brown, gay, straight, whatever. He'll find a million ways to divide us. Oh yeah, and that's what China wants, and that's what Russia wants. So the thrust got to be this. You're going to have to maneuver with him because he's the president of the United States. There's no way to get around that.
All right, I know you got to run. You got a busy schedule as a new presidential candidate, but you'll be back soon, we hope. Congressman Tim Ryan of Ohio, now Democratic candidate for president. Thanks for being here. Always good to see you.
Thanks.
In our 8 a.m. hour, we'll be joined by another candidate, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand of New York. And coming up next, we'll speak with the former Justice Department spokesman, Matt Miller, who's writing about the bar-shaped cloud over the Justice Department. Morning Joe's back in a moment.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.